Hi guys, how you doing? So what I'm going to do today is something a bit different to what I normally do on my channel. And that is I'm going to show you how I would typically get ready for work again. I have got a previous video that shows you, but let's not go back to that video. Let's just say my makeup game has matured, definitely. So the first thing I'm going to do is just prep my skin, and to do that I have this which I bought recently from the pound shop, and it says it's Clean and Clear Morning Energy Shine Control Daily Facial Moisturizer. It's oil free and it's got lemongrass and fruit extracts in it. So I just take some of that and I just place it. I focus more on my T-zone area and I just place it where I know I get the oiliest, and then I work it out. I'm not one to tend to use primers just because I don't like primers. I just think they don't work very well on my skin. So I'm going to try out my NARS foundation, and you would have seen this in a recent haul that I showed you, and it's just my NARS, what is it called? The Luminous Weightless foundation, all day luminous weightless foundation, and I have been using this. I don't necessarily know if I love it, to be honest with you. I think it's okay. It's quite an expensive foundation, but I do think it's an okay foundation. I'm one that I tend to mix my foundations. I don't tend to wear just one foundation because I love to keep my face matte. So for this one, I actually use it in combination with my Lancome foundation. But just for this video, I'm not going to do that just because I just want you to see what it looks like on my face without the mix. I think I get just a good maybe 3 to 4 hours without seeing shine, and then I'd have to blot, but I guess not many foundations will keep you oil free for that long. So you have to shake it really well. But yeah, I had to get this one, the new Guinea shade, and it's medium dark 5 it says. So you can see it there. They claim that one pump is enough for your face, but let me just tell you now, one pump is not going to do it for me. But I'll just show you what one pump looks like. So that's one pump. No. So it's not going to work for me. I tend to use about 3 pumps, so that tends to be how much I can use on my skin. And you can see how runny it is, super runny. And I just dot it on my skin. This actually does soak up on your skin, so it will soak up on my hands. As I'm applying this, I have to work quite fast with it, and then I just buff it in. And I'm just using my viewfinder, guys. This is so bad. Let me see if I can see my mirror. I'm just using my Real Techniques brush as well. They do say that you should use your fingers for this, but I don't like. I'm just gonna rub the rest of my nose. I don't tend to like using my fingers to apply my makeup. So yeah, so this is what it looks like on me. Now you can see that my hyperpigmentation is still there under my eyes. That's where my biggest problem is for hyperpigmentation. But it just gives me a really nice canvas. And that's why I kind of like it for work as well. I know it's an expensive foundation to use every day for work. Now I nearly forgot, but what I also do when I'm prepping is I just put on some lip balm whilst I'm doing the rest of my makeup, because I find that my lips get dry. So if I put on lip balm whilst I'm doing my makeup, it kind of moisturizes my lips, so that when I'm ready to put on some lipstick, everything looks good. Okay, so now of course you guys can do whatever you want next, but I tend to like to conceal a bit before anything else. I tend to use my Maybelline Fit Me concealers, and as you can see I've got 2 shades here. I've got number 30 and I've got number 35, and it's just the Maybelline Fit Me concealers, and I love these concealers. So what I tend to do is just under my eyes, like so, and then just bring it down just a bit, like an upside down triangle, and then on the other side as well. So this is number 30, which is the darker shade. I know, I don't understand what Maybelline were thinking with that, And then I just use number 35 as well, because number 30 is a bit dark. And I just use number 35 as well as a mixer. And then I just get my brush. I just use my, what brush is this? The Expert Face Brush from Real Techniques. And I just kind of just buff it all in. I just take it up to my eyelids as well, and I use my concealer as my primer sometimes for my eyes, because I don't know, I just do. Especially when I'm going to work, when I'm not going to do the whole let's prime my eyes as well. But I just think that this works really well. And of course, guys, this is taking me a lot longer just because I'm filming this, but I would have done all of this already in, let's say, 5 minutes. Like, it takes me 5 minutes to put my foundation on and this concealer on, but obviously I'm just talking through with you and I'm taking my good old time because, you know, I'm not actually going to work today. And the next thing I do is take this, which I actually really love. It's called Cativa, and I know Cativa is an American brand, and it's an expensive, I think it's a 3-in-1. So it's a primer, concealer and foundation in one, but it's a pressed powder format, and it's actually supposed to be in dark. That's supposed to be dark, by the way. Of course, that's not my skin color, but I got it in a, what do you call it? In my wantable box, and I was like, I can't use this all over my face. But what I have found is that it's great for setting under my eyes. It just, it adds, and also because it's a foundation and concealer, it just adds that extra bit of coverage if I really need it. But I love this. And guys, when I use this, it does, like, when I say that my concealer doesn't budge, like, my concealer does not budge. It does not budge at all. Everything else could be slipping and sliding on my face, and my concealer is like, is just staying in place. But I just use my Real Techniques brush, the contour brush, to apply this because I just think it works so much better. I'm not one to contour, by the way. So yeah, I don't do contouring that much. I would only do it if I was going out. Now the next thing I'm going to do are my brows. Now for my brows, I use a whole range of different products for my brows, to be honest with you. I do really like this brow pencil from Slope and Glory. So all I'm going to do, nothing special with my brows. I'm just going to make sure my hairs are in place, just so it's easier. Okay, so my brows are done, and I know I look like I've got like these massive worms on my brows. I'm just going to take my Infallible foundation, or no, setting powder, let's say, and I'm just going to set everything. And I really like this powder because I just think it works so nice. Okay, and I'm just going to use my new palette, which is this all matte palette from Makeup Revolution, and I'm just going to stick with just this pink shade. You've got all these pink shades in the middle, which you can see around there. So I'm just going to stick with this one here. Okay, and these shadows are so creamy, and then just tap it off. You see that? Wow. And then I'm just going to put that all over my lid. And I like pink shades because like they go on really, really nicely. And I'll just bring it up as well into my crease area. So it's like an all over the lid kind of a shade there. If you can see what I'm doing there. And up just a bit. Can you see that? Then I'm just going to take a deeper shade. And I'm not going to use black because black is a bit harsh. So I'm just going to use this darker brown, which is here. And I just put that into my crease just to darken it up a bit. Just tap it off. And I just, can you see that? So it just goes into the crease like that. and then you literally just blend it all out. And all I do is just go back and forth until I kind of just get the look that I'm looking for. You know, if it's a bit harsh, I kind of just go back in with my original brush and just kind of like blend it out a bit just to make it less harsh. Okay, so those are my eyes done. So I just put on mascara. The mascara that I use is any mascara, to be honest, but the one I'm just using today is this one, the Lash Sensational one from Maybelline. So yeah, and I don't tend to line my waterline either because I just want a natural look for work. Okay, so the next thing I do is just take some blush, and I'm just using my MAC blush in Raisin just because it's very natural, and I like a natural blush. And as I said, I don't contour or anything, so yeah, I just take my blush and yeah, that's it really. I'll just take a liner, and I'm just going to use my Coco Loco from Jordana, and I just line my lips. So I normally have something maybe like Matte Dare or something in my bag from Jordana, and on the train, I'm not gonna lie, on the train I would normally just put this on like this in the center. Normally just have a lip gloss in my bag, and the ones I've been having in my bag recently have been the BH Cosmetics Forever Nude lip glosses, and I would just top this up in the center of it on the train. And literally a tiny bit. This is my work look typically. As I said, my eyeshadow, I would sometimes change it up and just depending on what I'm wearing or what I'm feeling like. Most days I am a nude chick. Hopefully you enjoyed that. So give me a thumbs up, guys, if you liked this video, and if you want to see more videos like this where I start to talk more about how I do my makeup and just different looks. Like I said, I'm not a makeup artist, but I'm learning. I'm learning. Alright guys, thanks and take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Ciao.